is for the win. This 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 is for the win. 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 This is for the win.
Welcome back to the CPENN4THEWIN Show. This is your host, Charles Penn. We are back with episode number 22. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment, and all of your social media platforms. And I'd like to welcome my producer in the back, TJ. TJ, how you doing, man?
What's the word? What's the word? We back in the listen.
Bro, you had a little scare going on last week, man. I'm glad you're doing well, though.
I'm cool, man. I'm cool. Cool. Hey, Vax boys.
Vax boy. Oh, boy. They don't got you. They don't force you to take that needle, dog.
Vax boys. Vax. Hey, what Joe Budden say? Vax boys. Vax boys. What you gonna do?
Oh, my goodness, bro.
We'll be talking soon. Hey, Charles gonna be vaccinated. We're gonna be the Vax boys.
We shall see.
Yeah, boy.
But it's great to see my man's back, though, man.
Yes,
It's great to see
sir.
my man's back and doing well.
Yeah.
But today, man, let's kick it off. Let's kick it off with this. A few things, man, since we done our last episode. My March Madness picks didn't quite go as well. I did get a few upsets in there. I did say Oral Roberts. I did say Ohio. I did say Abilene Christian was the few teams to look out for to pull off an upset. I got those out the way. My Final Four, I had Gonzaga and Baylor in there. I didn't have them playing in the national championship against each other, so that didn't go well. And I also had Gonzaga win the national championship, but that didn't go well. So Baylor went on ahead and won that thing. Congrats to them. But it's also a lesson learned in all of that. And the lesson I learned is this: I don't think it's in the cards for any team, whether it's in college or pros, that's like undefeated heading into the championship game. I just don't think we're gonna see another team go undefeated and win the chip, dog. So we have learned from this in the past with the NFL. Everybody knows about the Patriots. The Patriots, they were previously undefeated heading to the Super Bowl against the Giants. You're talking about the first Super Bowl. And, leading up to that Super Bowl, during that week, the 72 Dolphins, they was concerned, Mercury Morris talking his little trash or whatever about the Patriots or whatever. And everybody knows what happened. Patriots didn't get it done. So I just think the next time we see another team that's previously undefeated headed to the championship game in a major sport or college sport, I just don't know about taking them, bro. I might just have to fade them. But the college football might be the exception, but it's just a little tricky at this point. And another example is, speaking of college football, TJ, you remember the USC and Texas game. That's one of the best college football games we ever seen, bro.
Yes, sir.
And
Vince
Vince Young at the end, dog. I believe it was on fourth down when they scored at the end. So yeah, that was an incredible game. And that was at the time when everybody was crowning USC as one of the top college football teams of all time. And the same with Gonzaga with college basketball, and they both got humbled. So I think we just need to learn not to crown teams so early. Just wait till the job gets done before you start writing all these articles, man. Because I know seeing it time and time again now, bro. Because when people start writing articles about how great a team is and they haven't accomplished that goal, that's like a sign of okay, they're not gonna get it done. So before I move on away from March Madness and everything, there's one proud moment that I did see in regards to the tournament. I see this shot chart here with UCLA and Gonzaga. Everyone knows that was basically the best game in the college basketball tournament. UCLA, they almost pulled it off, but the great thing about how UCLA attacked Gonzaga is they used the mid-range game, because today's basketball, it's either the three-point shot or you take a shot very close to the basket. The mid-range game is a lost art, and I blame these guys that are in analytics that are with these teams, whether it's college or whether it's pro, and it's they're using the analytics as the end-all be-all. And I've previously said this before on episodes, and I'm just basketball is really a simple game. Like, you don't need analytics to be the end all be all. Do you need it in certain situations? Yes, but to tell people that's how you play the game in basketball, no. Like, the mid range game, you definitely need that. Like, not many guys know how to stop and pop anymore, and UCLA did that quite often when they played Gonzaga. Now, were some of those mid range jumpers tough? Yes, absolutely. But at the end of the day, they pretty much use every area of the court, and I was very happy to see that. They almost pulled it off. They came up short, but UCLA, they might be back. So this will lead into the NBA. I want to touch on this real quick with the NBA. But actually, before I do that, I want to give a quick shout out to Hideki Matsuyama. The Masters, that happened. He's the first Japanese-born player to win the Masters. So congratulations to him. Now, moving right along. The UCLA, me using this example leads into the NBA. And I've seen this shot chart in regards to the NBA this season, like the most common shots that are taken. And most of the shots that are taken are either at the three-point line or close to the basket, and it's very alarming. Now, people want to blame the Warriors for this. And now, granted, the Warriors, they had the personnel to kind of get away with this type of stuff. But when you watch the Warriors play throughout their championship run, they took some mid-range jumpers here and there. But most people forget is that style of play was actually created by Mike D'Antoni, like when the Phoenix Suns, when they became good. Steve Nash, Mark Stoudemire, Joe Johnson, the Matrix, all them cats, man. They used that style of basketball play, and it almost got them to the NBA Finals. I know against the Spurs, they got robbed in that series.
Cheated. They got cheated.
Yeah, it was horrible. It was ridiculous. But since then, that style of basketball has carried over to all these other teams basically throughout the course of time in the NBA. And there's only like a few cats in the NBA, like individual players that are aware that the mid-range is still an art in the game. And like, if you're a killer in that area, like you're basically unguardable, and you can basically help your team get to the chip or win a chip. So I believe the few elite guys that are aware of this, you see Kevin Durant using the mid-range. You see Kawhi Leonard using the mid-range. I mean, you see Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, obviously. But these guys are aware that, you got to mix it up. You can't just be taking a three or getting close to the basket, because we've seen quite often in these NBA games is that, like, for example, like I remember Boston playing Dallas like a few weeks ago. And they ended up losing the game because they took too many damn threes. Like, you took 47 threes and you only made 11 of them, bro. Like, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Like, dude, like if you're not hitting from out there, step in a little closer. Take 2 dribbles in, bro. Like, it's crazy. And of course, everybody knows the example about the Rockets when they lost to the Warriors a few years ago in the playoffs in Game 7. They took all those threes then. And it's like, yo, they was up 16 at some point in that game. And I'm like, yo, these threes are not dropping. Get closer to the basket. Like, use the mid-range. They giving you that shot. They literally giving you that shot. And all those misses later, somebody finally took a mid-range jumper. I believe it was Trevor Ariza. He finally took a mid-range jumper. It's ridiculous, man. At the end of the day, the analytics should not be the end all be all. Like, yo, get the art back in the basketball. And I believe basketball today is starting to lose that art, man. And it's just ridiculous, man. We need to get that back in the sport. So, moving right along from that, we did get some breaking news in regards to the NBA. It's a tough, unfortunate way to end the career, but LaMarcus Aldridge, he had a irregular heartbeat, and this happened after the Nets had lost to the Lakers on Saturday, and it's just unfortunate because LaMarcus, he had a solid career. He had a great career. He was in the league 15 years. He's been to the All-Star game multiple times. It's just that he finally got on the team to where he would finally be able to compete for a championship. And just to have this happen to him, it's very unfortunate for LaMarcus, man. So, prayers out to him. And hopefully his recovery goes well and he enjoys a great life outside of basketball. So, shout out to LaMarcus. Hopefully, if the Nets do win the championship, I believe they'll give him a ring still, but I know the competition aspect, him wanting to compete out there, it's eating at him right now, probably so. Prayers up to LaMarcus in his recovery. So now I want to address the amount of injuries that's been racking up in the NBA in regards to the stars. Recently, Jamal Murray, unfortunately, he tore his ACL. He's out for the season. That's a big loss for Denver. I mean, Denver, they still gonna be good, but not having that scary secondary option on offense, it's tough. I mean, Michael Porter Jr., he'll have to step up. He gets his opportunity now, so you can't complain anymore. But besides that, I want to talk about the injuries in general. Kevin Durant was out for a while with a hamstring. He's back playing, trying to get his full game shape back. And then also, James Harden, he has a tight hamstring injury going on. And like LeBron and AD, they still out recovering from their injuries. And there's a few other key guys have been having key injuries, and that's been out for a minute. So I want to address this in regards to the injuries. Now, the NBA should have known this was going to happen because the season prior, it had just ended and guys barely got any rest. And they had to get back to it. They got back to it on Christmas Day. But with the way the schedule is, like right before the All-Star break, the NBA is trying to come up with a schedule to where they can get all the games in and, incorporate this 7 through 10, playing stuff, which I believe is still ridiculous. But anyway, there's certain back-to-backs to where like these teams will play like 3 nights in a row, or teams will play like 5 nights in 7 days, and it's got to the point where cats' bodies aren't holding up. Like these cats were getting injured way too much now, and I believe this is gonna come back to bite Silver in the butt. And right now, Adam Silver, he's got a lot to deal with. He got a lot on his plate, man. And I think part of it too is that this is an Olympic year, because last year was supposed to be an Olympic year, but due to COVID, the Olympics had to get pushed back a year. So like the NBA was trying to get this season in and still be able to play in the Olympics, but you're kind of in a fickle now, because after the season's over with, like, you got to question, like, whether these guys want to play the Olympics at all. A lot of these guys might say no, just because their body's been going through it. Now, granted, there was a few teams that was resting for, like, months, like, during the pandemic, like, teams that were nowhere near playoff contenders. So, like, the Warriors and the Knicks, for example. So it may not affect them as much, but the teams that went deep into the playoffs, oh man, them cats legs is tired, bro. Like them cats are getting a little weary at times, man, after games. So hopefully we don't see any more key injuries from none of these stars, because we definitely want to see a great playoffs. We definitely want to see these guys healthy. We definitely want to see a great series. So we just got to be cognizant of that, and hopefully these trainers will be on their game as far as, guys still recovering from injuries, and as far as taking care of these guys in general on the roster. What I've recently just seen is that Aaron Donald apparently whooped this dude's ass. So Aaron Donald, he returned home back to, Pittsburgh, where he played college ball at and stuff. So basically this guy, him and this guy got into it. Allegedly, Aaron Donald took the bottle from him in the club or whatever, allegedly. And a fight broke out. The dude had the liquid courage or whatever to try Aaron Donald, and one of his eyes ended up looking like one of them grapes you accidentally step on. So it don't look good. This man says he's gonna fully file charges against Aaron Donald, but I don't know about that working out, because I mean Aaron Donald, he does got people. He's got people to help clear his name and stuff, But man, this just goes to say, like, dude, like, if Aaron Donald really did take a bottle from you in the club, man, you just gotta let that rock, man. Aaron Donald, this guy has thrown cats on the ground with one hand, bruh. With one hand, like, his strength is unreal, dog. You look at this dude in the pad. You look at this dude underneath the pads and stuff, and you would think, oh, this dude's kind of fat. No, Aaron Donald is cut up, bruh. Like, I've seen this dude workouts, man. His individual workouts. This dude is cut up all around, bruh. Like, even like he has a little 6-pack for a big guy, bruh. Like, that dude is unreal. Aaron Donald's being compared to like one of the greats as far as defensive linemen. Like, and you want to try Aaron Donald in the club, bruh? Like, You gotta be better than that, bro. You just gotta be like, all right, bro, you go and have it, bro.
For real.
Like, and this cat that got knocked out. I mean, this is a big dude, but Aaron Donald's a freak, bro. He's an athlete, dog. He plays his sport for a living. He takes it serious too. So, and it's like Aaron Donald is coming off a loss in that playoff game too. He probably still mad that he couldn't be himself playing through injuries. So why would you want to mess with Aaron Donald? So we had that going on, man. Just for future reference, man. If anybody watching this and they run to Aaron Donald in the club, don't try him, man. Just don't. Matter of fact, be condescending of athletes you try in general. So, so we move along from that. Now, I didn't cover this on the last episode like I should have, but we got a serious situation going on with Deshaun Watson. He's got allegations coming up as far as 24 women and counting. They have claimed that Deshaun Watson did some inappropriate things to them. These are mainly women that have come from massage parlors, allegedly. So, my thing is this. It looks bad on the surface. It doesn't look good on the surface, right? Now, it's not to say that I don't believe women. Like, I mean, I believe women when it comes to stuff like this. But I also have learned from way back when from the Tyreek Hill case is just to learn to let stuff play out and see if stuff actually comes true about it. Because, the Tyreek Hill case, I mean, there's a video that eventually came out of, him just monitoring like kids and his girl back home, and come to find out his son was the one that hurt himself on accident. Like Tyreek was out at the Pro Bowl at the time when that stuff happened. And like with Deshaun Watson, I mean, it's just that when this news first happened on the surface, I'm just like, it's just the timing of it. Like Deshaun, he asked for a trade. He wants to be out, because the organization was not put him in a position to win. And then all of a sudden, all this news comes out about, it was a few women coming out saying that he did some things, and like I'm just like, man, I don't know. I just found it hard to believe, because I just felt like it was a smear campaign against him. Then now all of a sudden the numbers have risen as far as the amount of women that have come out. But my thing is this: I haven't really seen one of them, do like a public interview, or you haven't. And like when you listen to interviews and they like recording this stuff, like I haven't heard any audio in regards to this either, unless I just missed it. So, I'm just, at the end of the day, I'm waiting for the process to play itself out, and we're going to see what happens, man. Situation doesn't look good. And I mean, Deshaun, hopefully he's got everything straight, and we're going to see how everything plays out. All right, I want to introduce a new segment this week. And I'm just going to recover all the childish things I've seen throughout sports. And this is one of the childish things I've seen, in the past few weeks or so. Like, this was supposed to be covered a while back, but we're going to get to it now. So I'm going to introduce my new segment. It's called You Childish. And, and just to start things off, man, Space Jam, A New Legacy came out. Everyone knows it's starring LeBron James. Yep, LBJ, he wants to follow in Michael Jordan's footsteps in every other way possible. And this trailer, dog, like when I first seen it, oh man, let me just say this, dog. Like, I'm sorry, people could call this hating or whatever. I don't care. LeBron's acting in this trailer was, woo, man, it's pretty bad. I'm sorry, it's pretty bad. And now my producer TJ in the background. He was like, Chuck, you coming with us to watch Space Jam 2? I'm like, bruh, if it's for the free 99, I'm there, dog. Because I'm not giving LeBron a dime, bruh. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it. But in this trailer, man, you know what? I'm just going to play it and stop it. You know what I mean? And point out some things, man. So here we go.
Basketball camp is next weekend. You got amazing potential on the court, and I can help you get there.
Now, I'm not going to harp on that because LeBron has actually help his real kids, get ready, as far as like becoming a better basketball player and stuff. And I've seen his kids work out with him and stuff. And I've seen him be in the gym with Bronny and, Bryce. So, that's a realistic part. I'm not going to get on that. So LeBron is doing his job as a father in that aspect. So continue.
That's not what I want, Dad. You never let me do what I want to do. You never let me just do me.
I don't know about that line. They never let me just do me. I'm trying to figure out who wrote that, bro. I'm trying to figure out who wrote that, man. But let's continue.
Hold up, wrong floor. I bet Will Smith ain't got to deal with this.
This dude would throw out the Will Smith line, bro. Now, here's why LeBron did this, because Will Smith did play a part in this Space Jam production. He did play a part in it, so that's why he threw it out there. But I was just like, man, all right, man, whatever. But continue.
What in the Matrix hell?
Welcome to the space.
That man's enjoying that music back there.
Welcome, King James. I am the king of this domain. This is the serververse.
The serververse. Now this is interesting because like everybody seen that second floor in that trailer, it definitely looked like some computerized stuff. And I'm just trying to figure out where the hell all this come from, bro. I'm like, what kind of place they staying at, man? Honestly, I'm like, are they staying in the loft in this movie or what? So I found that quite interesting. And as you guys heard Don Cheadle in the background, Don Cheadle was the best part of this trailer. Don Cheadle, his acting was incredible. Like the way this movie is directed and set up, they had to throw a big bat at Don Cheadle because I'm sure Don Cheadle looked at this mug before he got in and was like, oh my God. Like, look, you got to throw the bag, like the serious bag for me to be in this joint. And hey, they did it. He's in this joint, and as I continue this trailer, you're gonna get to my favorite part of it. Y'all gonna see.
What you do to my son? Where's Dom?
The only way you're getting your son back is if you and I play a little basketball. Pete, send this clown to the rejects.
Now, nobody should have ever gave me this material because, for one, if the Lakers lose in the playoffs this year, oh boy, I'm running that clip back. I am pissing all you LeBron fans off, and I don't care because y'all act that kind, man, when it comes to all the other stars that are a threat to LeBron. On the part when LeBron was like, he's like, where's my son? Where's Dom? Like, he looked emotionless, dog. I'm sorry. He looked like a robot, man, when he's trying to tackle him or grab him and stuff. I'm sorry. Like, you lost your son, and when you lose your son, dog, I expect a little more emotion than that. But, hey, whatever.
What is this?
What the heck is that scream, bro? I'm sorry. Oh God, like this terrible, bro. Like this is a train wreck. No pun intended to the movie he was in. So.
I'm a cartoon?
What's up, Doc?
I need to assemble an elite team to help.
Okay, now y'all heard that, right? I need to assemble an elite team. So, so LeBron, he ain't lying about needing an elite team around him because LeBron not built like that, bro. And everybody keeps putting this dude on the same pedestal as Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Kareem, Wilt, Bill Russell, all them cats, bro. And you need an elite team. And now you see this list. He gonna include King Kong and Superman and all that. I said, damn, bro, you need help in a fictional movie, bro. You need help in a cartoon, dog. Like, it's pathetic. But we'll continue.
Get my son back.
I know what you're looking for. A dream team. Lamb, shoot the ball. Let's try that again, shall we?
Cindy Sam.
King James. Welcome to the Space Jam. Introducing the Goon Squad.
The Goon Squad look kind of fire. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I'm just curious to see how these robots or whatever they call it got the powers from these NBA, WNBA players. You know, in this trailer, you see Anthony Davis, you see Klay Thompson, Damian Lillard, Diane Taurasi, and Chiney Ogwumike. So I'm interested to see how they got those powers. You know what I mean? So it's funny because like Anthony Davis, he looks like a Pelican in this trailer, and you know he's a Laker now. So let's continue. My overall assessment of this, dog, like they done turned this movie to like some Black Panther Avengers type stuff, bro. Like at least with the original Space Jam, Michael Jordan, at least he let you get a glimpse of his life post-retirement the first time. You know, him transitioning to baseball stuff. Like with this, like you ain't really get a glimpse of LeBron's life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. Like this done turned to some fake superhero type stuff, bro. Like, I don't know, man. I can see this movie flopping, honestly. But we gonna see what happens when I go with the Save It for the Podcast crew.
Let's go, front row, baby.
And speaking of the Save It for the Podcast crew, I want to give them a shout out real quick. Them boys doing a great job. They pod. You know, they got the Kansas City People's Choice Awards coming up. Vote for those guys for the best podcast.
Thanks,
I'm part of the family, so vote for those guys.
Thanks.
And speaking of Save It for the Pod, man, just to end the show today, I want to talk about my producer in the background. I want to talk about this guy. This guy is feeling himself, man. Okay, so I was recently listening to the episode, right? And this is my first time listening to on the Apple Podcast. Now, because I've watched their YouTube version for the past few episodes, actually for a while.
Yeah.
And I was at work listening to it. This dude TJ, he swear he a real DJ now, dog. This dude got his own drop. Talking about, damn, DJ TJ. I said, what? I said, when the hell you incorporate this? When did you incorporate this on the podcast? What? Because I remember this dude playing music in the past. He ain't never had that, bro. I listened to it. I said, who is this guy now? This guy feeling himself, bro. And then he started really messing with his brother. Damn, DJ TJ. I said, who is this guy, bro? Who the hell do you think you are, TJ?
I'm out here, man. We just trying to get better, man. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, if y'all need a book, a party, a wedding, a family plans, I got the choice on deck. No, let's get it.
This dude is crazy, man. This dude is crazy.
Man.
But that's going to conclude today's episode. But before I go, today, as of this recording, today is Jackie Robinson Day. You know, want to salute to Jackie Robinson. He broke the color barrier, being the first African-American player to play in the bigs. He had a great, solid career. So he played for the Dodgers, but where it originally started is from my hometown, Kansas City. He was part of Kansas City Monarchs. Everyone knows how great that team is with him, Satchel Paige, Buck O'Neal, guys like that. So salute to him, Jackie Robinson, on this day today. And rest in peace to the Dark Man X, man, DMX. DMX, he brought us great moments, man. Like, his story is very interesting and something to look back on. And, he just brought us a lot, through the ups and downs. He fought every time and got through it. It's just that, unfortunately, throughout the course of history and his time of life, I guess things just went on finally, and he left this earth. But he lived the interesting 50 years of life, and I say it's great, because he was a rising superstar in the game. Like, people talk about Jay-Z, Biggie, and Pac at the time, but like DMX at one point, he was a bigger star than Jay-Z. Like, Jay-Z was still on the come up. DMX, he was not only just doing music, he was doing movies too. Like, everyone knows about the hood classic Belly. Everyone knows about that. And he was in some other movies too, man. So, rest in power to the Dark Man X. Rest in peace, Earl Simmons. And that's going to conclude today's episode. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share on all your social media platforms. Until the next one, we out of here.